Yeah. Here we go. In three, two, one. Welcome back to the Alaska Sports Talk podcast. So glad to have you along wherever you get your podcast. Isaiah Vreeman, Brad Lauwers, Keaton Homer along with you. And, just like the Dallas Cowboys making a comeback, guys. Back
I
for
knew
another
I
week.
knew it. I
Hey,
knew it. I knew we were going to start there.
we're back. Yes. Now, I'm not going to lie. When they were down 21 nothing, I'm like, this is a bad situation here. Like, I'm not even going to watch the rest of the game.
You weren't the only one that was thinking that. That
Yeah.
was that was pretty yikes.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was at UAA
It was
basketball and I was watching. I'm like, oh. Then I
okay.
get home and field goal, win. Oh wow.
It would be painful if I actually watched the Cowboys.
Oh well,
Well, I
that's how I feel about the Packers.
Packers. This is a great slate of Thanksgiving games.
It should be pretty decent.
It really is.
Yeah,
Really is. I'm excited
Lions,
for that.
Packers.
Hey,
Yep.
Keaton,
Yeah,
2 words for you: ice bowl.
Ice Bowl. Yeah, okay. Well, thanks. I think
Before you
you
were
know.
born, but still.
Yeah, I know that it's history. All right. I mean, like the coldest game ever. I think the Packers intentionally didn't tarp the field, or they did tarp the field and it froze over, or something like that. I
Probably
think it was
that
a weird thing.
sounds reasonable. I would think I could see them doing something like that.
Well, apparently the field was tarped, and somehow I don't know. I don't know. There's a whole thing with the field being heated and whatever, and
Yeah.
it froze over and it broke. I don't know. And Cowboys didn't have the right cleats. You know, over there getting longer spikes. I think Bart Starr and touchdown, whatever. I don't know.
Jerry Kramer
Yeah,
wrote a book and said he was the main blocking guy, became famous.
yeah, right. Well, what was that? 1961.
Yeah.
62?
Um, 66.
66, yeah,
I'm
because
going to say
was that to go?
that was a year before the Super Bowl,
That's what I thought.
which,
Yeah. Anyway,
anyways,
you didn't come here for that. You came here
a
for
long time
Alaska
ago.
sports. Yeah, Alaska sports.
we get
And
an agenda and then we go off it immediately.
Yeah, I know. Right, exactly. I mean, no agenda here. No agenda. No. Obviously, the big things that are going on Alaska sports wise, men's and women's basketball for UAA and also UAF going on. Volleyball season wrapping up their regular season. We'll touch on the UAA volleyball team and also UAF volleyball team because
Yeah.
they're going to play each other for a third time, which is going to be
Yeah.
exciting.
I want to hear your thoughts about that because I remember something similar to years ago.
Yeah, well, that happened to the women's basketball team.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
so, yeah, interesting. But initially, I thought it was a bad draw, but we'll get to that here in a moment. High school basketball tryouts starting next week, so we'll have more high school basketball coverage going into next week as well. And then Anchorage Wolverines playing a home game tomorrow. If you're listening to this podcast on Wednesday today. Whenever you listen to this podcast, as they'll take on the Kenai River Brown Bears. So we'll touch on some Anchorage Wolverine hockey. But let's start with UAA volleyball. Before we kind of dive into the last two regular season matches, big shout out to Stacey Meisner, GNAC Coach of the Year. Is Stacey Meisner first 20-win season under her leadership in her third season. Seawolves going 23-5 overall, 14-4 in probably the toughest Division II volleyball conference this year, the GNAC, which, by the way, got 5 teams into an 8-team region in the NCAA tournament. So that just says the level of play in the GNAC this year
Good.
for 5 teams. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Pretty
And
good.
the Seawolves never made the top 25. Like, they receive votes, but they're
They
not
didn't
in the
get the top 25 at all?
not during this season. No.
Really?
No. Like,
Oh,
I gotta look.
I thought they had.
Hold on. I'm gonna double check, but I have not seen them in the top 20. They got like the 27. Let me double check and make sure.
Wow.
Dun, 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 dun.
That would be something.
I'm looking for it. AVCA. Uh, I'll look it up here in a moment. Come on.
The one thing, Keaton, is the Western Regional. I'm thinking that includes California and Hawaii
Yeah,
and the real volleyball hotbeds. So you mentioned GNAC 5 out of
right.
8. That's phenomenal.
Yeah, it is very phenomenal. Like it's crazy to think about. UAA just made the top 25 poll this week. They're at number
Oh,
24
this week. Oh,
this
last
week.
week.
Yeah,
After the
like
regular
they,
season's over.
yeah. So the November 24th poll that came out yesterday, they just now get into the top 25. Um, so yeah, if you look at the West region, I mean it's going to be interesting. You mentioned UAA's first round opponent, UAF, as the Seawolves are the 5 seed, taking on the number 6 seed, Nanooks. Or actually, sorry, Seawolves are the 4 seed, Nanooks are the 5 seed. And yeah, third time they played, and UAF has won the last 4 meetings, by the way,
Oh, man.
against UAA. So that tells you something how good the UAF volleyball team has been over the last couple of years as well. Um, and initially, when this draw came out, I was kind of like, man, that's a crappy draw. Like, what the heck happened? Then I started thinking about it, and I'm like, well, I guess if 5 GNAC teams play, right, or if 5 GNAC teams made it, the odds of you playing a conference opponent in an opening round of an NCAA tournament are pretty high.
I would say
So,
Somebody's going to have to do it.
right,
they're going to
exactly.
be very high. Yep.
Yeah.
And I think
Somebody's
So,
got to.
you'd rather them maybe both win. It'd be nice to hold the interest in the semifinals. Then you're one game away from the championship. Not the worst thing in the world.
no, it's not. No. Other teams in the Division Two West Regional Volleyball Championship, number 3 seed Fresno Pacific, who has a 25-1 record on the season. Fresno Pacific, which is
25
pretty
and
impressive.
1. Oh,
Yeah, 25
wow.
and 1. They lost one match this entire year.
That's
Central Washington got the
pretty
7
good.
seed. That is pretty good. Simon
Pretty good.
Fraser earned the number 2 seed. Cal State San Bernardino is taking on Point Loma. Cal State San Bernardino is the 8 seed, Point Loma the 1, and then UAA and UAF. So, yeah, you mentioned it, Brad, that if you have 5 teams for one conference getting in, somebody's going to draw the quote unquote, I guess you can say, short straw. But if there's an advantage to this, you know the opponent pretty well,
Yep.
right? I mean, you
Yep. Very
know how
true.
they execute, you know how they do things, and you're not starting fresh, right? Uh, you have plenty of film on them, obviously. And
Right.
so there's an advantage from a scouting standpoint, maybe for both sides to be like, all right, here's what we're dealing with. Here's how we're going
Yep.
to go about this, right? No surprises, I would think.
Yeah. A couple things with volleyball, I think, is if two conference opponents do match up, the fact that it's UA and UAF and it's such a rivalry game and there's such a feeling of intensity to it. If you were playing Central Washington, you know, they're very good, but you don't have that.
Yeah.
You can't. Well, you can drive there, but you have to invest a lot of time. And then another thing is, I just think a shout out to Chris Green, who really got the program going out there,
Yeah.
and then you think of Morgan Ho, who played during that streak and is the assistant coach. Right now she's kind of helped bridge that old team with the new team. So the net result is there's a lot of tradition over there.
Yeah, there is a lot of tradition, so much so that I see Coach Green. He comes to a lot of the home games, the home matches, still.
Yeah,
And
he's making friends refereeing volleyball too.
is he actually refereeing?
Oh yeah, he
I didn't know
referees.
that.
Yeah, when you're calling lines, I don't think it helped if you won so many conference things in a row. I mean, that's a. I
Well,
mean,
not so much.
Do
I,
you know who I
I think
am?
it's cool to see him. You
That
know,
is cool.
staying in the sport.
Yeah, totally, totally. Uh, so congratulations to Stacey Meisner. Congratulations to UAA making the West Region tournament. Uh, after they ended the regular season with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They won their last 6 matches of the season. And during that span, defeating 2 top 25 teams, number 8 Simon Fraser and 14th ranked Western Washington to get that 6-game winning streak started. Seawolves recapping their last 2 games. UAA defeated Montana State Billings, swept them, wasn't even close. It looked like it looked like a high school team they were playing against. It was like Billings went winless, by the way, in the conference play. Montana State Billings has not won a conference game in 2 years, by the way. Been rough. It's
Wow.
been rough.
That's
So
that's
yeah,
it's challenging.
it's rough. Yeah, they've lost their last 45 conference
Oof.
matches. Actually, 46 conference matches now. So
Ouch.
they have a new head coach, first year, so they're trying to get things going in the right direction, but tough for the Yellow Jackets. But the Seawolves winning against Montana State Billings this past Thursday, and then in the quadruple header that was at the Alaska Airlines Center on Saturday, which started with UAA Volleyball at noon. They defeated Seattle Pacific in 4 sets to win their 6th in a row going into the West Region. Shout out to Tia Allen and Lee Ivankina making the all GNAC team this year. First team all GNAC for both of those ladies, and then also honorable mention for Madison Galloway as well. So terrific seasons, and we'll be following for sure. Go to GoSeaWolves.com. You can follow along and see how they're going to play and do against UAF. So it should be interesting. The tournament does not start this week. It starts the week after Thanksgiving, Thursday, Friday, Saturday for those tournament games, I believe. Let me look again at the schedule. Um, I'm thinking. Oh, sorry. It's nope, that's not it. Get your tabs right, people. That's it. Yep, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So December 11th, or sorry, December 4th,
In
and
Fresno.
then it's in San Diego.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
our
it
friend
really
Nate.
is worth it to make the
It,
tournament.
it is, yeah. Our friend Nate's excited
I'm sure. I'm sure he
to
is.
go down. I'm sure. Like, oh, it's warm. All right.
Oh,
Heck yeah.
yeah. I'll sign up for that.
Yeah. So December 4th, 5th, the championships, what D2 West Region championships taking place, and also the 6th as well. So volleyball wrapping up the regular season, getting into postseason play. The UAA men's and women's basketball teams just getting underway, getting their seasons up and going. UAA men's basketball team currently riding a 6-game winning streak after picking up 2 wins against Northwest University this past Saturday and Sunday. The game on Saturday for the UAA men's basketball team a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. Seawolves had to squeak it out with a game-winning shot from Bishop Tosi in the waning seconds to win 50-49 over Northwest University. Seawolves had a 16-point lead with 16 minutes to go in the second half. I was like, all right, this is really going to start really pulling away. Just went cold from the field, and they started turning the ball over a
Mm.
lot. Right? I felt bad for Cole Johnson. He had 9 turnovers, and like 6 of them happened like in the last 3 minutes. It felt like every time he was bringing up the ball at the floor, he was getting double teamed, and it seemed like a turnover. But Seawolves able to weather that storm and pull out a victory against Northwest University on Saturday, 50-49. Then bounce back with a 71-52 win over Northwest University. But the Seawolves now have won 6 in a row. 4 of the 6 games, and read into this what you like, have been against NAIA opponents. So they will face some tougher competition this week. Cal Poly Humboldt and Westmont, as the UAA men's basketball team is hosting the Sprite Tundra Tip-Off this week, as UAF will come back down to Anchorage to participate in this tournament as well against Cal Poly Humboldt and Westmont. So should be a good tournament happening this Friday and Saturday.
Then the Alaska Hawaii Challenge
Yes. Yeah.
was played over the same weekend as volleyball, made it very challenging. And they played the first day on Saturday up in the auxiliary gym, which seemed to be fairly full. But you got volleyball championship people milling around, you got basketball people, and I only got to watch a brief part of that game. But Sunday was wild, and you saw it, Keaton. And again, UA up 17-18, and then the turnovers just came in a flood, and 10 points in a minute.
Right. Yeah.
was happening all over the place. Same thing, double teams here, double teams there, and as a coach, you're saying, hey, get rid of the ball. Don't try to dribble, don't try to draw the foul. You can't continually dribble into double teams, and they'd have the ball stolen, they'd dunk, they'd lob dunk, and those are momentum shifters. So it came down to where it was tied, and you saw it up close. But you got Bishop Tosi making the big play at the game. I think you were saying how that maybe was his only field goal in the second half.
I think it was his. I gotta look at the box score really quick.
Well, one thing is the 3-point shooters were so adept that when Tosi got the ball on the block, everybody was afraid to double down, and he was able to, get himself a good shot off the glass and kind of give UAA a lead. They got a steal, they got a rebound.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, Bishop finished 6 of 10 from the field, but I think I remember mentioning that like it was his lone field goal, maybe in the second half or something like that.
yeah.
And it was the big one. It was a key one. So, um, yeah, he finished the game with 15 points. Did Bishop Tosi. Silas Williams in that game also was. He had a double double, 10 points, 10 rebounds. He's been huge for UAA. Silas Williams coming up with some clutch play. He missed a couple of games early this season, but now back in the starting lineup. The transfer out of Saget Valley College in Mount Vernon, Washington. He's been a huge addition
So I think
for the Seawolves.
In watching UA, both men's and women's, there's so much turnover, new players, all this, all that. But my take was they're both going to be exciting teams to watch.
Yeah.
They, even with the new players, they're coming together as a team. The women don't have as many players, although they're slated to add 3 more that semester. And
yeah. Yep.
also, the Nanooks had a bizarre game where it was just really tough. It was back and forth, and UAF had taken the lead. They had the ball and got fouled up 1 with about 10 seconds to go. So they go to the line. They were actually up 2, and they made a free throw to go up 3. So now you make the second free throw, and it's all over but the shouting. But they missed the second free throw, and they didn't match up very well. And it went bang, bang, bang up the court. And not the very best shooter, for Hawaii Pacific, ended up with the ball about 3 feet behind the line, straight on, flings it up there. It goes in off the backboard. And the light goes off when the ball goes through the net. So just the game, UAF was all over. And, they play a style. They're going to keep themselves in any game. So I think we got 2 pretty good college teams in the state.
Yeah, we do. I mean, the Nanooks pulling up their record. They're 2-2 to start. They mentioned that last loss against Hawaii Pacific. The game went to overtime. They lost by 1, 86-85. Didn't have any games last week for UAF. As I mentioned, they're going to be back down in Anchorage to take part in that Sprite Tundra Tip-Off against Westmont College and also Cal Poly Humboldt. And then they'll go on the road to start conference play at Western Oregon and at St. Martin's. UAA men will be on that same road trip as well. So, yeah, it's that was okay. Here you go. You're a coach. You're up 3. You got 6 seconds remaining. Do you foul? Are you fouling
to
prevent that situation from happening?
Well, I think what happened in that situation is you want to demonstrate confidence that your guy's going to hit the one that puts you up 4.
Yeah.
But if it were a set play where you're taking the ball out of bounds in the basket, you call a timeout or at least the ball's dead, and then you get into your matchups. But basically they didn't match up, and the ball goes here, the ball goes there, and they had a couple outstanding 3-point shooters, but they weren't the ones. They did match up with them, which is good. And then they left the right guy alone, stat wise, and he hits it off the backboard. I mean, you can prepare all you want, and sometimes the ball goes in, and sometimes it does. That ball bounces off the rim. Everybody's celebrating, and it goes in off the backboard. And now you got to revamp and get ready for overtime. So, after seeing that enough times, I would foul in that situation.
Yeah. Isaiah, would you?
Isaiah would.
Yeah, probably based on what's been going on in the game.
Isaiah
up until that point.
Ramon Harris.
Oh, well, yeah, exactly. But I still contend his foot may have been on the line. But,
yes. And many people do.
Yeah.
He has a big foot.
I know there's a sports writer I know still to this day that says his foot was all over that line.
And he played for Kentucky, so
yeah.
I guess he was a pretty good player.
He was pretty good.
He was
pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know if his high school numbers were anything that were spectacular.
Not like some of the players that we saw at the Alaska Airlines Classic last year. What's that guy's name again? Holy smokes.
Tunde
Yesafu.
Yeah.
Man, that guy was good.
Did he go to Tennessee?
Tunde. Hold on. Why can't I think where he went now?
Wasn't he just a junior?
I think he was.
I'm pretty sure he's still in high school. I'm pretty sure he was a junior.
Hold on.
You may have already signed a contract.
Tunde is at Baylor. He's a freshman at Baylor.
Oh, okay.
So, so he had 15 points, 9 rebounds against St. John's.
Wow.
Pretty good.
That's all?
Yeah.
That's it?
As a freshman in 32 minutes.
Oh, man.
32 minutes against the 14th St. John's Red Storm. Baylor lost. It was their first loss, by the way. But,
man.
Yeah. The guy's averaging 15 points and 5 rebounds.
As a freshman.
Oh, they got a dunk against Washington when Baylor played Washington of Tunde. I might have to watch that.
Oh, interesting.
The guy's a human highlight reel.
He very much is. He very much is.
Go look up Tunde Yesafu.
Yeah.
Right? It's crazy.
Crazy stuff.
So, yeah, he's at Baylor. For some reason, I thought he was going to an SEC school. But
I did as well.
Who am I thinking of that?
Well, I know he's being recruited by everybody.
Right.
I'm pretty sure that was in his bio last year. I'm pretty sure it was Tennessee.
Hold on.
I can't remember now for sure.
It's interesting too, with NIL and the portal.
Oh yeah.
Not necessarily going to be there more than a year. You're basically, if you're not getting what you want, you're not playing all the time, then you're just going to audition. You're going to be somebody else's star next year. But I wanted to mention, watch the guy play tonight for Gonzaga, who hasn't quite broken into the lineup because that front line is very experienced. They got a guy from the portal. I mean, they're going to play Michigan tomorrow, which is to say Wednesday. And it'll be interesting because both of those front lines are considered among the best. But it's Davis Fogel, whose mom, Amy, coached Kodiak to a state championship, only female to do that. We don't talk about genders. We're all the same. But so Isaiah, I remember interviewing Amy, and, I'm like reaching up with a microphone, and Colton's like at my knees. He's 4 years old. So that was one of my favorite pictures. But this Davis, he's going to be fun to watch. And I think as the year plays out, they got to give him more and more run. But what a good problem for Mark Few to have, and they talked about it in the broadcast. He just can't get enough minutes for everybody on his front line. And I believe Keaton and I were talking about him ending up in Anacortes, and them moving down there. But he's a Kodiak kid through and through, and that's a Kodiak family. So,
yeah, Davis against Southern Utah, 15 minutes. He was 7 of 10 from the field, had 19 points in 15 minutes.
He's not shy.
That's pretty good.
7 of 10 in 15 minutes of action. Like that's pretty decent. Last game that they played was against Maryland, and actually that game was
Yeah,
today.
I watched it
today.
I watched the second half.
Yeah,
and he doesn't get in. I don't know, what do you see what his minutes were?
6 minutes. He was 3 of 7 from the field in 6 minutes. He had 8 points.
So when you're scoring more than a point a minute, those are good numbers.
Yeah, those are good numbers.
Yeah, that's definitely good numbers. So always fun to see guys from Alaska having success, guys and gals, wherever they end up going to college or even the pros or anything like that. Speaking of that, started making me think Alaska Hall of Fame voting is going on as well.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So get your votes in for the Alaska Hall of Fame. Our friends over there,
Harlow
Robinson, yeah, forgot for a moment, and organizing that. So always a fun gathering a little bit later on in the spring to reminisce and talk with some people from the Hall of Fame and things like that. But anyway, that's a sidetrack.
I got a new last name for Virgil Hall, who sat on the service bench in volleyball. I can't say Virgil Hall without saying Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer.
Yeah. Hall of Famer.
That's his last name, Hall of Famer.
There you go. Want to mention UAA women's basketball as well because they got they had tough games against St. Thomas and Bowling Green. It was the ASRC ConocoPhillips Great Alaska Shootout. The Seawolves playing St. Thomas and Bowling Green. The games are an exhibition, right? It does not count statistically or record-wise for the women's basketball team. And I can see from a player standpoint how it could be easy to kind of be let down a little bit. All right, this is kind of like it's a practice. Essentially, it's a glorified practice. But the ladies went out there and balled, and they played really well against St. Thomas and Bowling Green. St. Thomas came alive in that first game from behind the 3-point line. Seawolves lost 70-60. Now the score is not indicative of how close that game got. Seawolves got to within 5 at one point with 6 minutes left, and then all of a sudden, a 3-point barrage absolutely broke out.
5 out of 6 down the stretch, and it wasn't just one person.
It was crazy. Faith Feuerbach had a majority of it. She ended up hitting 7 threes. She was 7 of 14 from behind the arc for the Tommies. Wow. She had 27 points in that game. But it was crazy because they shot 16 of 36 from behind the arc, and it felt like the last 5 minutes they made all 16 of their threes. It was just like, what is going on? Like, holy cow.
That's pretty close to 48 points.
Yeah. So it was
one thing they do,
crazy.
Keaton, is they always try to bring somebody who has an Alaska connection.
Yeah.
So the Bowling Green coach used to
Fred
be involved.
Shamil. Yep.
Yeah, he was at Palmer, and he developed a relationship with the referees. Let's just put it that way. He wasn't totally satisfied with every call.
Yeah. It's always interesting. I always want to ask those coaches, like, is the officiating that much different here in Alaska? Than clearly a Division I game wherever you might be. Like, is it that drastic of a difference in terms of like what is getting called, what may not be getting called?
I think
I'm always curious.
He seemed to be after the outside ref. There were 2 Alaska refs and 1 outside ref, and he didn't discriminate. He went after all of them.
No.
And then there's another thing, and I know what happens in coaching, and Isaiah, you know it too, but you got the coach that just is up and down. He's in the referee's ear. He's here and there. He takes him right to the point. And then the other coach, and you saw it, Keaton, he says something for 3 seconds and he gets dinged. So it's just It's not fair.
Not fair. Okay, well, whatever. I mean,
And then to rate the team, Miley Anderson is just phenomenal. And
as a
I
freshman,
think
she's yeah,
I think we all knew she'd be good, but there were times in that game she was just unguardable, and they would just clear a little hole. And I mean, she's great around the basket. I think if she doesn't mind me saying so, she's improved her 3-point shooting, and really, they really played only 5 or 6.
yeah.
And
Well,
the big girl, Keaton, what's the name of the big girl?
Lily Duffin, just a
Oh,
double machine.
oh, was she good?
19
And
points, 11 rebounds against the Tommies for Lily Duffin, and then against Bowling Green, she had another double performance as well. Oh, sorry, no, she did not. She had 12
yeah,
rebounds,
I think
5 points, but
the second night she played so hard. The first night, I think she might have played 38 minutes, and it kind
she
of
played
showed
all 40 the first night against.
all 40 the first
Yeah.
night, and she had to take a couple breaks the next night. But I was impressed on what great shape they're in,
The
and I think
conditioning is impressive. Yeah.
every coach wants to have their team in great shape. But I mean, he should put out a video because whatever he did with that team, they didn't seem to get tired at all.
Yeah. No. You mentioned that second game against Bowling Green. Seawolves played fantastic against the Falcons, had leads a handful of times, but suffered a defeat 67 to 63. Fourth quarter is what did UAA, and they were outscored 24 to 12 by Bowling Green in that fourth quarter. So the Seawolves hung around with a Division One team, but just came up a little bit short, going 0 for 2 in this year's Great Alaska Shootout. But you mentioned Miley Anderson's performance. She had 19 points uh, and 3 rebounds and 3 assists. Did Miley Anderson against Bowling Green, but the Seawolves they're going to be just fine as we know, as we've seen. They're off to an undefeated start. They get a tough challenge now. They play UC Merced, the 17th ranked team in the nation at the moment, so they'll have a tough challenge coming up this week. But it will those games are Friday and Saturday, by the way, after Thanksgiving. So keep your eye on that. But um, I think they just got another Division One transfer coming in sometime in December. Did I see that?
Really?
Yeah,
I
he
think,
coach told me they got 3 coming in that can really help,
yeah.
and I think he also told me informally up in the crowd um, that I don't know, he's going to do things differently, and everybody has a good feeling and memory of Coach McCarthy and all he accomplished. And the crowds were good, but the women's crowd kind of built up during that time. But they're going to be fun to watch. And he said, we'll change style depending on who we play. So one night they were running, the other night they were walking more and being more
Yeah.
deliberate. But I think he's, you know,
Well, there was
I don't know much about the game, but he knows a lot.
he knows a whole heck of a lot. I said this during a broadcast because there was a game I think they put up 70 shots or something like that.
Right.
It was nuts, absolutely absurd. I couldn't believe how many shots they got off. And I said towards the end of the broadcast, and basketball fans and junkies would know this name. It reminded me of Billy Tubbs at Oklahoma. The way they would get up and down the floor, and they wouldn't use much shot clock. All right, shot up, boom. Oh, we missed. Get back. Oh, bring it down. It was just we're going to outshoot you, right? And we're going to try to outscore you 140 to 90 or whatever it is, right? And that's what it reminded me of there. And so it'll be interesting to see, that style of play if it's going to be, sustainable. But then also, like you mentioned, Brad, depending on the opponent, all right, we'll switch it up. We're not going to jack up 70 shots
Yeah.
tonight, you know?
They're going to win in the 80s, or they want to win in the 80s, but
Yeah,
if it's 50 or 60, they want to win that game too. So
right. Exactly. So, again, UAA women's basketball team playing back-to-back games against UC Merced, the 17th ranked team in the nation. So this will be the toughest Division II test that UAA has faced so far early on. And then they'll go on the road after this weekend's games. They open up conference play as well on the road. They'll play St. Martin's in Western Oregon. Then the Seawolves get another exhibition game down in Corvallis. They'll take on Oregon State while they're down there as well. So another chance to showcase some Seawolf basketball at the D1 level. So that'll be a fun little road trip there. You get two conference games and then an exhibition game. So,
I wouldn't want to stop talking about the Seawolf woman without mentioning Elena Mack, and she had 10 threes the one game, which is
tied to
hard number to beat. That's like a team number, like a team might make 10. And then the other thing is, people scout her, and you watch the tournament, and she had to work really, really hard to get shots up, and she was their focus. She had the best defensive guard on her virtually every time, but when she got a shot on balance, she was still knocking them down. And but it was so rare that she really got that open look, and that's probably something she'll have to face all year long.
Yeah, she's going to be one of the main focal points, that's for sure. But I think tape is getting out about UAA, and wait a minute, now we have a freshman guard we got to contend with, and Miley Anderson. Now there's a low post presence down there too, and Lily Duffin. So it's gonna get out fast. You don't just have to stop Elena Mack. There's a lot of other ladies on that floor that are quite capable of scoring and doing many different things and facets on any given night. So move on, switch sports a little bit. We'll go to hockey. We'll hit the ice. The Anchorage Wolverines, they were up in Fairbanks this past week. Isaiah, you did the road trip. Right?
I did do the road trip. Yeah, it was a wild atmosphere up there. Friday night was a lot of fun. Wolverines lost 3-4. It was a back and forth affair quite a bit, and then the Saturday night game was really wild. That was a 7-6 win for the Wolverines in overtime. It was that was big, sold out crowds. I mean, it was packed in there. And then we play Kenai River Brown Bears tomorrow, Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, and expecting if you don't have your tickets already, I would suggest getting them tonight or when you're hearing this before you get there and walk up, because there might not be any if you walk up.
I think it's gonna be pretty packed. I mean,
and
given that it's the day before Thanksgiving too, I think it's a nice time to have a game, right? Start the Thanksgiving holiday, that night, kind of.
Families in town, if you want to break from your family before you see them all on Thanksgiving and you're in the house the whole time, go to the hockey game,
Yeah, Isaiah, Keaton, it's like Thanksgiving, it's good, you got your turkey, you got your football game. It's just all the time around my family. I just can't stand that. But let me say this. Alaska Sports Talk, one of our messages and things that we do is we remind people of games that are coming up, and sometimes even the people in charge of them don't get the word out, but you're going to know every week, especially if you like and subscribe, that you're going to know when the key games are, and we're not going to do a broadcast without kind of featuring what's coming up. So you're gonna get it all here.
Yes, that's right. We should get a ticker down at the bottom of our screen. I wonder if we can make that happen.
On the bottom of what screen? This screen right now, presently?
Well, not the Zoom, but I mean, maybe when we, get a few dollars, so we can
a few more dollars. I like the ticker.
Post that in there, post edit,
People have that thing where you get on their website, it'll say, 2 days, 12 hours, it'll say till the next game.
There you go. Get a countdown.
I've put those countdowns together on websites, so I have done that.
There we go. All right. Maybe we can get a countdown until our next show, like down the bottom right corner,
Yeah,
Alaska Sports Talk podcast.
Well, I can tell you, Keaton, why that wouldn't work.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah. Well, that's true. Good point. That's a fair point.
Buying a car, going golfing. I mean, I don't even know.
Yeah. Dang it.
Isaiah,
at least you don't got to pay to park. All right.
Hey, that's true. That's true. That is
Parking's
true.
free.
Parking is free. That's a huge plus. Now,
know,
I don't want anyone to hear that and think that the parking at the Wolverines game is free yet.
Isaiah's paying for it, is what he says.
It's not. It's not free. It's not free yet. Still
Not free
working
yet.
on that.
Not
Still
free
working
yet.
on that. I don't know if I'm going to get that worked
yet.
out for this season, but still working on that. That's the goal, everybody.
We should sell raffle tickets. Maybe you win parking when you pay a ball.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Free parking the rest of the year. Yes. Season ticket holders, you know. See, that should be like a thing. If you buy season tickets, you don't pay to park. That could be, I mean.
That was one of the things we had battered around, but
yeah,
some of those decisions are out of my hands.
Yes. No, I understand.
The big boosters, they get to park in the first 2 rows. And
there's
you don't miss their parking.
That's let's just say we could easily do a podcast on the business of sports, and I could educate people on a lot of what goes on behind the scenes of some of these things, of small sporting events in the state versus large sporting events, whatever things work in certain districts and municipalities versus others, and all the different little nuances. That's a whole podcast series, I can tell you.
Dude, that'd be fun. That would be really cool, actually.
Business of
Maybe
sports
we do that.
I think that would be very interesting. That again, that's my background, my world right now, obviously. But I think a lot of people would be surprised on some of the things that go on behind the scenes and how stuff actually happens.
Totally.
Well,
yeah.
I said some stuff about the sports talk, but I wish there was a place in business or you're having a big event and there was just a place you could go to find the solution and find an idea. Go to a consultant. And,
oh, that's a good one, Brad. Good plug. Hey,
seems
like you've done that before. Seems like you've done that before.
Would work.
Good.
How many live reads you got left, Brad? How many?
That's right.
I don't know.
Wow.
That was good.
That was good. Yeah.
That's a good plug. All right. Anything we missed? Need to touch on?
Well, I would say
let this one go.
Basketball practices start Wednesday, September 3rd. So
September?
December. Yeah, December 3rd.
Oh, I thought I heard
so
September.
Starting kind of next week and some of the weeks after, leading into that, the first basketball games are basically December 18, 19, and 20, those opening weekend of tournaments. So those next few shows, we can preview some of those tournaments as soon as we get brackets and some of the conferences and teams coming up.
Yeah, and then also mixed six volleyball.
Mixed six volleyball is
on the horizon.
Yeah, next week.
Keaton, I got my last word, and
yes,
it goes something like this: that we live in one of the best countries in the world, the best country in the world, and at least we do, and most people have a nice warm bed every night, 3 squares a day. And I think for all these things, we should be truly grateful. So happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yes, totally.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Very wonderful Thanksgiving. Certainly thankful to be part of the Alaska Sports Talk podcast with you guys too. So wishing your families all the best wherever you are listening. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Hopefully the Cowboys win. And yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Here's my picks. I'm leaving it with my picks.
That's a good idea.
Lions, Cowboys. What's my other game again? I think it's like a
Baltimore
Ravens.
Bengals.
Bengals. Burrow, I think, is supposed to play.
I'll take the Bengals. Lions, Cowboys, Bengals.
Yeah, Packer fans got to get up at 9 a.m.
Oh, that's a shame. I think if you wake up at 9 a.m., I think you're going to miss a quarter because I think that game starts at 8.
I think it starts at 8 as well. I think it starts at 8.
Or 8:30.
Something like that. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Anyway, have a wonderful Thanksgiving. We'll catch you guys next week talking a little high school hoops and whatnot. For Isaiah Vreeman, Brad Lauwers, myself, Keaton Homer. Later.